What is Earl Tyler's back with the Rich reviews for another SummerSlam review in the 2006 edition. We have one more left next week, 2009. But that's next week. So 2006. Yeah. Yeah. It was a decent show. So this had 7 matches which is, yeah. It was a Raw. It took place on August 20th at the TD Bank North Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. It was a Raw and SmackDown and ECW branded pay-per-view because this was by October. If you saw my community tab I put on there, it will be the October reviews. One Night Stand 2006 is on that list, as well as Bad Blood 2003. And yeah. So yeah, we'll mention One Night Stand 2006 in 2 months from now, because we gotta get through August, which will start next week with the final SummerSlam review in 2009, and the 2 Road Wilds, 98, 99, and move on from there. But regardless of that, yeah. So, anyways, we start off with Chavo Guerrero defeats Rey Mysterio. At the Great American Bash, Chavo cost Rey the World Heavyweight Championship against King Booker, rather. And this is all about Eddie. Like, fucking hell, man. Like, don't get me wrong, it was a fine match, but yeah, their Magic Great American match 2 years prior to this was better than this. Go back to last month when I did that. But Vicky Guerrero comes out and helps Chavo win the match. This will lead to their rematch at No Mercy in the Falls Count Anywhere match, and the feud was on hold after their I Quit match. Speaking of I Quit matches, we'll talk about one of them like 3 matches later to this. Just, you know how much I hate I Quit matches. Then they brought the feud back up by the following year. Coincidentally enough, at SummerSlam. 6 out of 10 I'll give it. I think Rey and Eddie Guerrero had the better chemistry than Rey and Chavo had. Just being honest here. And then we got the one and only ECW match on the card. Before I talk about it, so the ECW Championship before the big show was Rob Van Dam, but the biography, we know already, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. Rob Van Dam got caught with Sabu, and he had to drop the WWE Championship to Edge, which Raw needed his WWE Championship back. We'll mention it by One Night Stand 06. And then the following day, RVD had to drop the ECW Championship to the Big Show. And let me talk about the match with Batista at the August 1st ECW in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Yeah. That match is like Booker T and Buff Bagwell in 2001, 5 years prior to that match. But yeah, that was a terrible match. The crowd hated it, and WWE never went back to the Hammerstein Ballroom after that. So yeah, we get this Extreme Rules match for the ECW World Championship. Big Show defeats Sabu to retain the ECW Championship. It was a fun match, don't get me wrong. A fun match. Sabu got the title opportunity by winning a ladder match before this event. Although it was supposed to be a triple threat match because Kurt Angle granted his WWE released, and we'll mention it by No Surrender 2006 next month. Or no. Next month is August. In September, my bad. And Kringle went to TNA after that. Again, we'll mention it by my No Surrender 06 revisit review in 2 months from now. Yeah, it was a fun match, but Big Show was really... I said this in my Dumpster Fires video. Big Show had no legit opponents on the fucking ECW brand. I mean, yeah, the Ric Flair match was good, and then they brought Undertaker and Kane over, and again, that information Batista match on August 1st. Ugh. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was a fun match, but Sabu Botch... We always fucked up in spots, okay? We do. Just leave him alone, okay? Then we got Hulk Hogan defeating Randy Orton. This would be Hulk Hogan's last match in WWE. Yes, he had a few matches in TNA, but the less I said about those, the better. Only had 2, actually. Ish. But, yeah, Randy Orton was on SmackDown earlier in the year. I think this was proposed to the Legend versus Legend Killer match. Yep. And they stopped doing that whole thing afterwards. But then he would move over to Raw. We'll mention my One Night Stand 06 review. Screw it. They were doing this whole thing because Orton didn't, RKO Hogan into Hogan's car, which that was kind of funny. And then they did the Orton nose bench, which was And this match was not good. I'm sorry. Hogan's last match, Hogan was a shell of his former self around this time period. And this was 2006, by the way. Orton didn't win into oversell mode like Shawn Michaels did at the prior SummerSlam, but they teased Randy Orton winning the match. But Hogan's foot was on the bottom ropes of the match restarted, and Hogan does his usual Hogan up, the U, like pointing at Randy Orton, does the big boot, leg drop, and it's game over. Hogan wins. Not a good match. A 0. These two do not have chemistry whatsoever. And then we get an I Quit match. I hate these fucking matches. But this was actually the match of the night. Ric Flair defeats Mick Foley in this Information I Quit match. Even though I fucking hate I Quit matches, but... Yeah, these two were not on good terms, but they did forgive each other afterwards, but... Kind of... It's not the prettiest match they have. I mean, Vengeance 2006, which is a 2 out of 3 falls, but here they went for the fucking I Quit stipulation. This is the second time I review an I Quit match this year that has Mick Foley in it. You know the one, the one with The Rock. Royal Rumble 1999, where those unprotected chair shots where Mick Foley was handcuffed. Unfortunately, that didn't have the handcuffs in it. Thank goodness for that. They tried to stop the match the first go around. And this is why I hate I Quit matches. The bad guys are going to fucking lose for like 95% of the time. I say 95% of the time because sometimes the heel does win. HSL's No Surrender 2010 says hello. But, yeah, they tapped they did the thumbtack spot. Then Ric Flair throws Mick Foley into the concrete, onto the trash, and they thought they were going to end the referee Chap Hand was going to stop the match. Man, Ric Flair says, it's an I Quit match. And I forgot this whole thing with Mick Foley had this weird relationship with Melina where she threw the towel in, and then Ric Flair says, you're not going to quit on his behalf, and then Mick Foley just says, I quit afterwards. I mean, granted for these two, they're not what they used to be. I mean, Ric Flair would not be wrestling a lot of WWE afterwards because he had his last WWE match. I said WWE match because he kept wrestling in TNA. Yeah, he shouldn't have done that. Because, his last WWE match was WrestleMania 24. Yeah, 24. I still got to give it a 10 out of 10, though. So, yeah. But it was not the prettiest 10 out of 10 match ever. Like his daughter had her match with Asuka 12 years later. You know the one I'm talking about. And then we get for the World Heavyweight Championship. Batista defeats King Booker by disqualification to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Speaking of two finally burying the hatchet after the longest time, there was those SummerSlam vignettes. And Booker T and Batista went into a legitimate fight with each other during the commercial shoots. I mean, this match was not great. Like, Batista had a worse match with Great Khali the following year at SummerSlam. This, however, is Booker T. And he was King Booker at the point, and this resurged Booker T's career. Other than his tag team with Goldust, Booker T had a good run in WWE, in the ring, that is. But, yeah, this was disappointing, I have to say. I originally gave this match a 0, but I was like, no, this doesn't deserve it. Like a Hogan Rainey match does. But I have to give this a 2 a 2 out of 10. I'll give it a 2 out of 10 because this wasn't as bad as I thought the first go around, okay? Open eyes, change opinions, get it. Charmel got into the ring and does some clubbing to Batista, and referee Nick Patrick goes, what the f***? Disqualify him. And then Batista was a bad winner and beat King Booker afterwards. This led to No Mercy all the way to Survivor Series. We'll still do the 4 for November for Survivor Series, by the way. And that will be on that there. I won't tell you what the other 3 is on my community tab. I'll reveal what the images will be. Because I did for my October stuff and my September stuff, so you'll know what they are. Yeah. Then we get D-Generation X defeating the McMahons. This should have been a no disqualification match, but then the blow-off was Unforgiven in the Hell in a Cell match with the Big Show for some reason. DX reformed in some point after One Night Stand 2006. The reboot one. We'll say that by October, like I mentioned. It's on the nose. And I have to keep saying again, oh, never mind. We'll mention it by that. This was DX. If you hadn't seen the new and improved DX DVD, the first part of it where they got into the production truck and they point a camera towards Vince peeing in the urinal and they turning off his microphone and then messing with the audio of the microphone. The I love cock towards Vince. It's so funny. And then in this match, Vince and Shane brought out the stupid Shove It Squad. Oh, sorry, the Spear Squad. I got Marky D riff syndrome coming out of my head. But whatever, they got their fucking asses kicked. And I will mention Vengeance 2006 someday. I want to hear that is. And then they brought out some SmackDown wrestlers, Finlay, Mr. Kennedy, and William Regal. They did their best, and then out comes ECW champion, The Big Show. He did all the work in this. This tag match was fine. Umaga got involved, and then Kane made the save. And DX got the win. It's acrobatic. Acrobatic. Whatever the fucking word is. This whole Shawn Michaels Vince in the McMahon storyline will culminate at Unforgiven, because this started back earlier in 2006 and then culminated at fucking Unforgiven in the Hell in a Cell match. Yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10. And then we get the main event for the WWE Championship. And the stipulation is, if Edge got disqualified, he will lose the WWE Championship. Edge defeats John Cena to retain the WWE Championship, so he will hold it until Unforgiven when he drop it to John Cena. Whenever I do Unforgiven 06, that is. On this channel, that is. I know Brian State did his back in May on You Can't See May. Clever name. As far as their matches concerned, these guys have great chemistry. This match was their weakest match. Because of the whole thing, you know. I mean, their match at Royal Rumble 06 was better than this. And their TLC match the following month was better than this. Yeah, in the end comes when Lita give Edge brass knuckles. John Cena FUs Lita. Yeah, this was around the time it was not called the Attitude Adjustment. Edge hits John Cena from behind with brass knuckles, and that's how he wins. 6.5 out of 10, I'll give it. It's their weakest match, honestly. Also, you know, whenever I hear the theme song, one of the theme songs, you know, God Smack the Enemy, I think of around this time period, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. The best SmackDown vs. Raw game. So yeah, SummerSlam 2006 was decent. 6 out of 10, I'll give it. I forgot what I gave these originally, but yeah. There was supposed to be an Undertaker Great Khali last minute sandwich, but that match was moved to the SmackDown before it. And yeah. Join me next week for the final SummerSlam review of this year. SummerSlam 2009. And yeah. Tomorrow will be my live review of SmackDown. And then Saturday, I might do WCW versus the World. I don't know what I'm gonna do on Sunday. I might take a break, take one day off for Sunday, okay? Because I'm keeping busy with these stuff, okay? Regardless, like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel right here, and click the notification bell, as well as my main channel. Also, subscribe and click the notification bell on that one, so you'll see more of my other stuff on there. Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, WECW action figure showdown, and the other stuff. And there. Tuesday, I'll probably do the Jimmy Neutron movie review also, so I'll see you for all that. Bye-bye.